Hello, my friends. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. As always, it's a pleasure to see you here today. Thank you very much for joining the live. I appreciate your time. If you're here, please kindly put a like. I would appreciate the like very much. And as always, before we commence, you can join my Patreon private group by following this link. The kind of stuff that you see there is what happened in the market recently. When everybody was screaming that SIP is about to go to $10 because of certain technical analysis out there and whatnot, and I was saying it's about to correct to the roughly 59 to 51 cent zone. That's what happened. It hit that zone, and in fact, it went to 45 cents. So okay. As always, before we start saying hi to everyone, we'll start answering questions. We're going to talk about what's happening in the market. What happened in the market is that we had a flash crash yesterday. Nothing out of ordinary happened. We're expecting this correction to come in for XRP. We're talking about the 51 to 59 cent zone roughly, back when it was at roughly 90 cents and everybody was saying we're going to the moon. I kept making lives every single day as I promised from pretty much that day, from that day when it went to like 88 cents. I stayed true to my promise. I skipped one day, and I was making these clickbait titles, the ones that I'm making right now. Also, quoting what people are saying that the XRP is about to go to $10, that Bitcoin is about to go to $250,000 this year, and that Ethereum is about to go to $10,000 this year. If you've been here during these lives, you know that I've said during every single live that I use these clickbait titles to lure people in and make sure that they hear what they need to hear. What they need to hear is that XRP is not going to $10 this year. It's not going to $10 anytime soon, in my humble opinion. Ethereum is not going to $10,000 this year either, and Bitcoin is not going to $250,000 this year either, in my humble opinion, based on my technical analysis and market expectations and my experience in the market, basically. I believe that basically we're going to have to be patient in order to see these prices. I believe that the patient investor was going to follow the very simple strategy, of buying after huge crashes, dollar cost averaging, diversifying without favoring one point over another, and only buying at new lows will do very well in the coming years. As for XRP, as I said earlier, and as I'm saying now, I'm not buying or selling any. These prices are irrelevant to me. I'm not interested in them. Same goes for the current prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum and many other alts out there. There are some alts that I would buy right now, but I won't buy them because my entries have been executed on these alts. If you're a member, make sure you go check the Millionaire spreadsheet. Make sure you check if certain entries in the coins in our spreadsheet have been hit and struck. If they have been struck, execute. Only if you have not executed an entry there. If you have already executed an entry there, you do not execute another entry there. So we do not force entries. We only add more at lower lows and new lows, basically. Is there any guarantee that's going to happen? No, we don't have any guarantee of that, but we don't chase bottoms. We simply follow our strategy without trying to achieve perfection. Very simple and very straightforward. As I mentioned early on, as I said during the 88 cents XRP boom, as I said, when we're at 80 cents and 70 cents and 60 cents, and right now we're at 50 cents, and yesterday we were at 45 cents. I keep reiterating the same thing. I'm not interested in purchasing XRP unless it goes to the 5 cent to the roughly 35 cent zone. So 5 to 35 cents, that's where I'll be interested in dollar cost averaging with equal amounts of money into XRP. That's also an area where we'll be swing trading, where I'll take what I promised to do. If XRP goes into that zone, we'll basically I will take $30,000 into my Patreon, record the whole journey live of how we're going to turn that $30,000 into 100K, and then 100K into $500,000 in the coming 2-3 years by simply swing trading without having to invest more. So if you want to join and follow with smaller sums, I don't know, maybe like $300 or $3,000, whatever it is, you'll be able to copy what I'm doing exactly. And you'll see basically how, in your case, then it's going to be like $33,000 to $10,000 and then 50K in the coming years. If you don't think that's good, I assure that's very good, because 90% of traders lose money and 95% of day traders lose money. So being able to do something, you need a lot of knowledge. Once again, we'll only do that if we do see new lows. Currently, what we're doing, we're holding the coins we're worried about. We have excellent entries that are still in profit even with the recent market crash, because that's the beauty of our method, is that we're waiting for huge crashes and dollar cost average after only huge crashes. Therefore, we have amazing entries. Um, Otherwise, we don't force any entries. The market crash was not significant at all for us to keep buying more coins and executing more entries. If, like I keep saying, if, and it's a big if, 15K Bitcoin does not hold and we see new lows, we'll look at the new spreadsheet and execute further entries and dollar cost average in accordance with our strategy. If that doesn't happen, we simply hold and we do not force entries. Your sideline capital remains untouched. As I keep saying, do not force entries, leave that capital on the sides. As I keep reading, I have roughly 55% of my investment portfolio in the market right now, and roughly 45% on the sidelines. So you could say it's roughly half, right? And I'm ready to miss out with that half if entries are not hit. I'm already like roughly 50% in the market, and when the pump's hard, I'm going to start selling and setting trading take profits and get out of the market. The other roughly, basically like 45%, will only be executed and squeezed into the market and used to accumulate coins only if we see new lows. Once again, that means that Bitcoin would have to go below 15K, XRP would have to go below roughly 30 cents, Ethereum would have to go below roughly $800, so on and so forth. Basically, get the point, right? The lows that we had months ago. If that scenario does not happen, we hold what we have. We remain patient. I've never been the guy who came in here telling you that we're going to pump soon. My expectations are, I keep reiterating that you're going to have to be patient and wait for years for these pumps to come in. Once again, just when we're talking about recently what's about to happen in the market, we've been proven right once again. I've been telling you, tweeting and making these live streams saying, please do not FOMO, do not force entries, do not chase green candles. So I hope you haven't been doing that. I hope you do not buy at 90 cents or 70 cents or 80 cents, whatever it is, basically. I hope you do not listen to Moon Boys. I know that there's strong narratives out there that basically saying that XRP is about to pump to $10, and that's okay. The thing is, if you've been a Patreon member, you loaded up at roughly 35 cents XRP. You have great entries, therefore do not force any further entries. In addition to that, if we're going to buy lower, as I said, we're going to buy much lower. I have entries from the last cycle, and I bought heavily in 15-cent range. So you see where I'm coming from. If I'm to be interested in buying XRP, it has to be at those prices. Why would I buy higher? It makes no sense for me whatsoever. So I'm sitting on my bags, and if I have an opportunity to add to those bags, I'm going to add. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically hold a lot of it until huge prices come in, but we're also going to trade. Like I said, I'm going to take like 30K and use that to swing trade, and maybe even we'll take a portion of my bags, like I don't know, maybe like 25%, and I'll also swing trade with that on the side, because you can actually turn 25% into like the equivalent of your entire XRP bag if you do it correctly. What else? Let's see. As I said earlier on, do not force entries. If you really want to buy some coins and you're ready and prepared to hold them temporarily at losses, and understand how market cycles work, and understand that some of them are going to go to zero, but others are going to go pump extremely well and deliver 50 to 100x profits, join the $99 tier. There are currently coins that you can buy, and even during this dip, some of them crash, so you're going to have better entries than me. Therefore, if you want to buy some coins with little sums of money, you can join that tier. Once again, you should only buy with tiny amounts of money. I do that with tiny amounts of money. What I consider to be tiny amounts of money is $500 to $3,000 per coin max. If it's $100 for you per coin, you only execute with 100 bucks per coin. If you cannot afford to do that, you do not do that. You stick to the main strategy known as spreadsheet, which is basically the majority of our portfolio. And also, in addition to that, if XRP crashes hard, I highly suggest you to join us in XRP swing trading. If the market goes there, because we'll make some great profits there, and the money will come in much faster, and the profits will come in faster. Other than that, if you cannot afford the $99 tier, you cannot afford to even put $100 in each coin, then stay away from that tier. Once again, the tier is for people with a little more capital. There's nothing wrong with not having more capital. Nobody's telling you that that's bad. It's just not something that I do. Because I do believe that there are other coins that have huge potential to deliver huge gains. So yeah, let's see what else. Do notice, by the way, I keep reiterating, for example, so yesterday I had the person tell me, saying like, how could you tell that this crash is going to come, being or angry and sarcastic at me, basically saying that I foresee that every grand they crash in China with the real estate, like making fun of me as if like I'm a fortune teller, as if that's what I'm trying to say. And I basically retweeted that tweet with an answer saying that I did not need to know that every grand they would default or whatever happened there, right? Go bankrupt. What I needed to know was the technical analysis and what I posted on Patreon and the picture retweeted several thousand on Twitter, explaining why I think that XRP is going to go there. In addition to that, what I know from market experience is that big moves, when there crashes, they're always accompanied by scary narratives, which you always have to ignore. All you have to do is check whether or not your entries have been hit and you execute those entries. So I'm not surprised that the narrative was Evergrande going bankrupt. And then what was it? Elon Musk SpaceX selling a lot of Bitcoin. No one bit surprised. We always have scary narratives, and I keep reiterating this in my newsletters, on my Patreon. So you should be aware of this by now as a member. In addition to that, you will see, and I keep reiterating this too, that basically in the bullish phase of the cycle, in the euphoria phase when everything is going crazy and a lot of altcoins and Bitcoin, everything is pumping left and right, and they're huge pumps. You'll see that the crazy bullish narratives are going to be they're out there nonstop, because you see what these narratives are driven at, and why basically. Because once again, how did I know that XRP is really likely to go to like roughly 51, 59 cent zone, right? Did I once again know that basically there's going to be a scary event? Did I have inside information? Of course not. It just made common sense, looking at it technically from a technical standpoint. And once again, with experience, you knew that the technical analysis is going to be accompanied by some scary narrative in order for the prices to reach there and crash, right? It's just standard procedure, very normal stuff. In the bear markets, you basically have to ignore all the scary stuff. You have to ignore all the noise, and just stick to the plan and execute in accordance with that strategy, no matter what happens. Like, I came out of his life saying several times already, also throughout the last week, saying that you ignore, like, I don't care what happens, even if a meteorite comes down and basically destroys everything around me, as long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna stick to my plan, and all I'm gonna do is basically ignore the scary narrative and check whether or not targets have been hit in accordance with my strategy, and if they have been hit, execute, and just ignore all the noise and all the scary stuff. Same thing is going to happen in the bullish phase, in the euphoria phase of the cycle. Whenever it comes in, I'm going to be selling, using trailing take profits to get out. If I see that we need to get out earlier, I'm going to get out earlier whenever the market looks toppy. And I'm going to ignore all the positive news, all the news about utility and the use cases, and how basically any coin how there's being adopted and how its technology is being used. And no matter what CEO or creator of a coin comes out, and no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how amazing and fantastic it seems, no matter how many reasons we're going to see that the coin makes so much sense for the coin to pump much higher, and that this time is different and everything will not crash, I'm going to ignore all of that nonsense. I'm going to ignore all that noise, and I'm going to stick to the plan, and I'm going to sell, just like I have every single time before. And it's going to seem very challenging and difficult, just like back when we're buying during the Sam Bankman-Fried FTX crash. It also was quite scary, and a lot of people were doubting. My members were writing and saying, "Should we really be buying here? What if it goes lower?" And I said, "We stick to the plan. You shouldn't be thinking that way. We stick to the plan. If it goes lower, we'll have lower entries. With all costs average, we go amounts of money after huge crashes without trying to cash the bottom. We ladder out and with trading take profits after huge pumps." And take profits and get out and only buy back after huge crashes without rotating those profits and without buying the dip, and ignoring the noise, without trying to chase the top. Very straightforward. Buy low, sell high. Buy very low, sell very high. Do not try to buy the bottom, sell the top, because that's just not going to happen. All right, my friends, let's see what you're saying. While you're here, please kind of put a like. I would appreciate the like very much. Thank you so much. My friend Video 50 is here. How are you doing, bud? Thank you for joining. Chris Dinoff is here. Saying greetings, Rob, feeling good. Cheers, brother. Sergio Azevedo is here, wishing me a good day. Thank you, brother. Good day to you too. Ready Steps, how you doing, brother? GT, how are you, legend? My friend, International Crypto Asset Ninja, saying, Chi Gifra, good evening to you, brother. Market's moving, looking forward to more down, and if lucky, we can load up at our targets. It's a good day to be in crypto. Absolutely, brother. All we have to do is check whether or not our targets have been hit. Remain patient. Currently, after many targets being hit during the FTX collapse, I personally did not see more targets being hit right now. All we do right now is hold our coins. If the market crashes much further, we're going to once again look at it on your spreadsheet. We're going to look at the entries. If they've been hit, we're going to execute only at new lows. Very straightforward and very simple. Just all we need to do is take out the emotions out of the equation and stick to cold and hardcore logic, maths, percentages, probabilities, and the likelihood of stuff happening. Very, very straightforward. Dick Zinio was saying those memes are hilarious. Quoting, when the moon boy who told you to buy the dip tells you to buy the dip for the seventh time. Yeah. I'm glad you appreciate the humor, because I just find it truly amazing and funny myself. I try to kind of like lift spirits. Maybe sometimes I do it with like a tiny little note of ridicule towards riddlers and puzzlers, because I really am sick of them. Like I said, I can't do anything about the fact that they're part of the XRP community, because anybody who holds XRP or investor trades XRP is a part of the XRP community. But they are unfortunately a part of the XRP community that basically makes many people ridicule the XRP community. That's why I don't like it. But yeah, I tried to add a little humor, so I'm glad you enjoyed. Daniel saying, "Stop clickbaiting me." Daniel, I will not stop. I will not stop clickbaiting you, because it looks like you need to hear what I'm saying. The reason I use clickbait once again is because it looks like people like you will not refuse to, go listen to lives and watch videos. If I, for example, were to do a live with a title saying XRP is about to correct to 51 cents, which is basically what I showed to my Patreon members and what I showed on Twitter, what I mentioned. If you actually opened up the live and listened, ignoring the title, you would not have watched it. Because all you want to hear is about Moon Boy BS that probably got many people wrecked right now when they were buying at 90 cents, close to $1. They're down bad right now, roughly 50%. Unfortunately, people like you don't want to listen to what you're being told. So what I hope to do with the clickbait titles is that, people like you click, and maybe just a few, maybe like even 1 out of 100 will listen, and maybe I'll be able to save 1 of 100. And the same thing just happens right now. Whenever I start saying this real stuff, well, right away the people in the chat, they start leaving, because they're sheep. They're sheep. People like to hear bullshit from riddlers and puzzlers. Probably bought once again at 90, 80, 70 cents, are wrecked right now, unfortunately. And I mean, it's just like, as long as one person can wake up and listen, I've done a good job. As long as one person out of 100 can change their life around and start locking in profits and know how to navigate the markets, I've done a good job. So if I need to use clickbait titles for that, I'll use clickbait titles. Moon Boys play dirty, they screw people, and I'm going to play a little dirty in the sense that I'm going to use clickbait titles. It's not that bad after all. You just hear what you need to hear. CryptoCard is saying, "Hi Rob, hope it's double dip." Yeah, I hope that it crashes further. Like if it crashes further and our targets are hit, I'm going to buy more. Until then, just holding my XRP, not buying, not selling, seeing what the market does. If it pumps much higher, I'll start selling and taking profit. If it dumps much lower, I'm going to start buying more XRP. Very simple and straightforward, brother. Well, Chichi saying, what do you say about Dow Jones Industrial and correlation with crypto? Because he's so high and it's so going from 2008 till now. Is it time for a big crash? Chichi, we don't know whether or not it's time for a big crash. But like I said, I do believe that the big crash is going to come eventually. The thing is, if a big crash comes, right, that means that basically 15K Bitcoin will not hold, and the targets on our million spreadsheet will then hit. All of them will be hit. So there's a plus side in that. The only problem with that is that basically market cycles will lengthen then, and there will not be roughly 4-year cycles, give or take, or lengthening a little bit. We'll probably tack on another 2-3 years. So that's the only problem. I'm not scared of it. It doesn't scare me because once again, it's something that my strategy is prepared for. As for now, the Dow Jones and the the Nasdaq and other stock indexes, they are making high highs and high lows. Even Bitcoin respect that roughly 25K high low, and we're going to see if it holds or not. Me personally, what I hope for is I would love to see a further crash, and I would love not just a crash, right? I would love to see is a crash that results in new lows. So if we do get new lows, I would love that because I would love for all of my entries to be hit. They're there for a reason, right? Because bear markets end, recessions even end, the Great Depression ended. So it's not like this thing is going to go on forever. If it happens, we're going to get great entries, be temporarily at losses, and then when the market starts recovering, we're going to make amazing gains. Jorge Gonzalez is saying, "Here up, worried about exchanges. Do you recommend having many accounts? If so, which ones? Thanks." Jorge Gonzalez, I'm not going to say which exchanges I use in the live, but if you're a page member, DM me and I'll tell you which exchanges I use. I do, of course, recommend having several different exchanges. One of the main reasons being because different exchanges have different coins. Also, at the same time, during like hardcore congestion moments where a lot of people are either buying or selling, you often can't log on to a certain exchange, and sometimes you can log on to other exchanges. So yeah, it's definitely a good idea to have a lot of different exchanges. Someone Denim saying complete sellout videos every day seem to make more money than fake, mysterious ones every 4 months, and they bought all your souls and integrity. What? Someone Denim, I don't understand what the F you're saying. Someone Denim, complete sellout. If I'm a sellout, brother, like I don't know who are you and the rest of the clowns like the Riddlers out there. I come on here every single day without the monetized YouTube, saying that basically that people like you need to wake the fuck up, seriously. And I'm not believing BS and riddles and puzzles and lock in profits and make money. So about the soul integrity, you keep that to yourself, and I don't want to hear that whining. Go whine to the whoever was telling you that the S&P is heading to $10. Awesome. Hi Rob, how you doing, brother? You're saying nice shirt. Thank you, awesome. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Awesome says, when you do the live swing trade of XRP, can you put the upcoming targets so we can place our orders there? For example, if you buy XRP at 30 with 30K, can you list your sell target for that swing? Awesome. No, we'll be doing it live. The reason why we'll be doing live, I can give you like rough exits, but the reason why we'll be doing it live is because sometimes the moves will be much more sudden and sometimes it will take more time. So what we're going to do is basically once we open a swing, I can give you a rough estimate, but you have to be prepared for the fact that I might say all of a sudden, like let's say for example, if we bought 30 cents, right, or 25 cents, and then all of a sudden I say we're going to sell somewhere around 60 cents, and then suddenly you get the message on Patreon saying I actually decided to sell at 50. We're going to sell at 50, right? So that's the issue I have with it. And then a lot of people like, oh, he changed his target. So that's why I prefer to do it live. So basically that I post say, here's basically here we are buying, I don't know, what 30K at 25 cents. We're going to ignore further dumps. We're going to hold and wait. Once it's up enough, let's say at 50 cents, update is we're selling here the coins that we bought at 25 cents. VIP Solanka saying, hi, Rob. Nice to catch you live, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Good to have you here live. JB saying, hey, Rob, today I executed 3 of your 100x gems from the $99 tier and 3 coins from the Nonia spreadsheet. They were all in accumulation zone. It feels like I have a plan. Thanks, brother. Cheers, my friend. I'm really glad to hear that. Well done for the patience. Well done for not forcing entries and for waiting for a good time to get in. Glad to hear it. And welcome on board. It's good to have a member here. Damien Black, how are you doing? Good to have you here. My friend Majiro is saying, hey, brother, been a while. Hope all is well. Everything is great. Thank you, Majiro. It's always good to see you here. We've been on this wild ride a while, so good to see you here. Zinio is saying, as far as narratives go, do you see this as the Corona dip? No, the Corona dip was much more intense. The COVID dip was much more intense. Like Bitcoin tanked 72%. As for what's going to happen, nobody truly knows, which is why we just stick to our strategy. When everything is up and up, we're going to sell. We'll hold what we bought because we have excellent entries. We'll not try to chase the bottom. If the market nukes and crashes much further, that's why we have the million spreadsheet. Don't forget that the plan was written before everything started crashing hard. When people were arguing and saying that the market was not going to crash hard this time around because of utility institutional adoption, worldwide adoption, and because blah 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 blah, this time is different. And I said, no, it's not different. Here's the million spreadsheet. Here are the entries. This is what we're going to do. And then the market tanked, and it took a while, and we got our entries. And if we have all those entries there for a reason, because that's the plan that was there, like I said, before the market tanked and before the bear market truly commenced. So yeah, just stick to the plan, my friends. I try to change your mindset. I try to, I come here. One of the reasons why I come here every single day on these lives is because I want you to adopt my mindset, right? I want you to kind of ask the right questions, think the right way, right? And as I always do the future market updates, like it doesn't really matter what we expect the market to do. What matters is, are we prepared when the market does something? And we are prepared. If you have the million spreadsheet, if you're on Patreon, you are prepared. Daniel saying, I love it. I was kidding. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Yeah, JB, well done. Definitely. Well done. Dick Zinio saying the Moon Boys definitely do a lot of damage. I saw you tweeted you're not taking this draw down as a chance to buy, which is what I'm also not doing. However, from the top, would a good 80% draw. It's even more than 80% from the top. I believe it was 87% just yesterday. Once again, for me, no. For me, no. Like I said, I for the region that interests me for XRP is 5 to 35 cents. That I believe there's an accumulation phase for XRP. And once again, since I bought very heavily and the majority of my buys were executed at 15 cents, once again, that would be like the major area of interest for me, because I once again do not believe buying at higher prices. I believe in buying at new lows. So yeah. Oh, my friend Gabonito is here. He's saying, "What's up, brother? Nice to catch you live again. How does it feel to wake up on this bloody morning? Is it bloody enough yet for us? Isn't it beautiful that all these crashes come with a narrative?" Yeah, brother, absolutely, absolutely. They always come with a narrative. The narrative always has to be ignored. All we have to do is check once again whether or not our targets have been hit. Currently, more of them have not been hit, so it does not. It has not been bloody enough for us. No. If the market crash will be bloody enough, and we get our entries, we'll execute. The Xenio saying down be a good idea. What do you mean down be a good idea, brother? Luis Mendez, hi Rob, will you include at some point a plan for XRP in the million spreadsheet? Yes, I've been working on the take profit for XRP, and I think I'm coming to an end with it. I think we're going to go basically with a route where we're going to be swing trading a large portion and locking in profits earlier, and then a large portion will also be held until more. Basically, it's a decision that did not come easily, but it's something that I've decided to do. But yeah, it's coming. It will not be in a million spreadsheet. I can put it in a million spreadsheet. Actually, why not? It will just be different. It will be different because XRP behaved differently in the last cycle. So now it's a little bit of a different situation for me. Majur saying, appreciate it, brother. Love it. Don't forget to leave a like. 100% genuine guy. Thank you, Majur. I appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, please put a like, my friends. I really appreciate that. Chichi saying you are the best. Humbled. Thank you, bro. System Sentinel. Hell yeah. CryptoCard is saying, so you wouldn't recommend setting sell targets on exchanges? CryptoCard, yes, I would. What do you mean? So currently, right now, basically, you try to keep as many of the coins as you can on cold storage, and then when the time comes, we're going to be moving coins onto exchanges, and after big pumps, selling, trading, take profits, and layering out of coins. And of course, there's going to have to be done on the exchanges, centralized exchanges, because I'm unaware of how else it can be done personally. Wow, that jumped. Thomas Horton is here. Good to see you here, Tom. Awesome. Saying thanks, Rob, for always answering my questions. I guess I'll need to figure out how to get only patron alerts on my phone while asleep. Cheers, brother. G Smoke is saying that yesterday's crash get you some good entries. No, bro. No, I do not buy. I did not buy anything new, and I did not buy any XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that. Because the market did not crash enough for there to be new lows. And since there are no new lows, we don't dollar cost average. Since we're only dollar cost average with new lows. So yeah, Scorpio Red is saying just solo my H bar because they are about to release millions of dollars with into circulation by end of this month. These high cap coins annoy me now. Johnny English is saying, please stop the clickbait titles, bro. No, I will not. Johnny English is saying XRP community already not the brightest. Well, I definitely know that there are individuals in the XRP community who are very bright indeed, but there are also individuals who are reddlers and puzzlers and teddy bears. So yeah, they're definitely not bright. As for the clickbait titles, maybe with time I'll stop them when I feel like it, when I feel like people are listening. But no, Johnny, for now I'm not going to stop them because unfortunately, many people don't pay attention when you tell them realistic stuff. So all you had to do, just listen to what I'm saying. I don't see what your problem is with the clickbait title. Exactly. Tell me, Johnny, what the problem is. Like, I actually would like to know what is the problem. Write a comment, please. What is the problem with the clickbait title? If when you open the clickbait title, you hear exactly what you need to hear to make money in this market. You get a touch of reality that you don't get anywhere else. You hear a guy telling you when XRP was at 90 cents that it's about to crash to 51 to 59 cent range, which it did and went even lower, and not go to $10 like other moon boys are telling you who have hundreds of thousands of followers, monetized channels, and all that BS. Basically, what's the problem exactly? I would like to know. It triggers you. It does it trigger you because you bought XRP once again, fall within your current losses. What is it exactly? What's the issue? Chris Denoff is saying, I think I remember you said you sold a bit of XRP at 58 cents before the pump. It depends when you mean, brother. It depends what you mean. We actually sold some XRP. We bought at 35 cents and sold at 50 cents or 52 cents. But I think, no, 50 cents. It was 50 cents. And back in the day when XRP was crashing from the $2 and went to 59 cents, I sold half my bag and I used that to accumulate lower with selling the profits. Yes, Johnny. I see $50 million XRP title next, please. That it looks like a person like you. That's what you need. I don't know, brother. It looks like that's what people need. At least that's what the garbage people watch, from what I see. Because I always analyze the market and I see the videos and I see what's being showed out there. Pretty sure if I put the $50 million XRP or $10,000 XRP to my title and went on to this BS narrative. How is possible I would have 200,000 followers by year's end? But yeah. GB saying, how do you feel about new coins coming to the market in 2024 compared to the coins we have already accumulated? And around what period do you expect the top? Thanks, brother. GB, how do you feel about new coins? I mean, you should always look at new coins. I think new coins have the potential. But since they're high risk, you should measure the risk and reward. There's nothing wrong with new coins. Don't forget that like coins like XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and XLM, and BNB were once, tiny small caps, and now they're blue chips. And do keep in mind that the majority of blue chips that were regarded as safe place in the last two cycles, that like 80% of them, if not more, are no longer blue chips. There's like practically zero trading volume. They're down a lot, and nobody has even heard of them. So yeah. Johnny English is saying, Rob, I'm joking. Okay, brother, my bad. Sorry. It's very, very hard to understand tone. Terribly sorry if I was rude or something. But yeah, we exit together, brother. And sorry once again. I misunderstood that. I thought, once again, that it was some upset moon boy. So please kindly accept my apology. Let's see. Awesome is saying, I love the clickbait titles. Please don't stop. Cheers, brother. Yeah, I think they're working. I think maybe people are actually listening more. Rainy steps. Cheers, brother. Thank you. Will is saying, my friend Will is saying, do people on here not understand? They're here to learn to make money. Does it really matter what the title says? Rob is the most honest man in crypto. He always has our back. Cheers, brother. Appreciate the kind comment and the word. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the nice word. Crypto God is saying you must have belly laughs following these paid groups. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Like I said, I do spend, tidy sum every single month to read what's being shown in the paid Telegram groups and paid websites, paid subscriptions, newsletters, market reports, trading groups. You name it, basically. You name it. I read it all. I read it all every single day. I analyze it to use it to our advantage when we're choosing coins and looking what's happening in the market. And I must say that at first it probably was amusing. Sometimes it really is still amusing sometimes. But you know what? If I'm to be honest, it's probably gotten to the point where it angers me. It really pisses me off because I understand exactly what people are doing. For example, like a lot of these individuals, what they do is they find some tiny market cap with like $50,000 market cap or $100,000 market cap. Of course, they find a coin that has a great utility narrative. They shield that BS onto their followers and paid members. Then a whole network of them starts talking about that coin. Maybe like 20, 30 people who have hundreds of thousands of followers. And then they start pumping that coin. And it's very easy to move $50,000 market cap, and then it goes, let's say, to $500,000 market cap. So it's still an utter shit coin, And they're talking about how I did it 10x, and then they start tweeting about how they called it in their groups, and all the while they're dumping and taking little profits, dumping on their followers, and them pumping it back up, and basically, there's a reason why they pick these tiny little gems, basically, right? This can sometimes be used to your advantage, this knowledge, but just like, for example, when I see stuff like that, it does piss me off. It does piss me off because I see that people are literally being used. And unfortunately, no matter, how many times I beat the drum, no matter how many times I try to get the message across, warn people, tell them about this, point this out, try to teach them, most will never listen. Only a tiny majority. It's like you can lead the horse to water, but you can't force it to drink, right? So I guess I just hope that people will learn. WoJH is saying, P.S. Did you get your new trainers in level in Dubai Mall, brother? Where I got them. I usually always go shopping in the Dubai Mall. Yeah, I got them. Jesus Christ, what that place called? Foot Locker. I got them at Foot Locker. I go all over different places. I just got recently appear in the Dubai Mall Nike store. Then there was some other store, like they have this Jordan store also there that recently opened. It's also nice. And yeah, these sneakers today I got them in Foot Locker. And the problem is that they had these really nice orange sneakers also, by the way, but I did not. They did not have my size, so I could not buy them. Synetic is saying, do you see anything this next cycle being different? They always say this time will be different, but really it's true. Currently, I don't see anything that's different. Currently, everything time frame wise, percentage wise, everything that's been happening is happening the way it has always happened. What I want to see is I want to see stock indexes reach all-time highs, because then historical Bitcoin does that, and then altcoins go up and pump hard. So if we don't see stock indexes reach all-time highs, that's going to be something different. That means Bitcoin is not going to reach an all-time high. That means that it's very likely to go below 50K, which means market cycles will be prolonged, and many people will be shaken up. I don't know if that's going to happen, right? I just know that my strategy has made sure that we're prepared for that, because we do have entries. As if you have the Know Your spreadsheet, you know that we have entries that are much, much lower. So like for me, I would be fine with that. I would, it's kind of like, this is the thing. It's kind of like a paradox, right? A lot of people want the entries, but they don't want to kind of wait longer. With me, I'm fine with waiting longer. Uh, I just want the entries because I know that bear markets don't last forever. I know that euphoria phase will kick in, and I know that we will make life changing money once again. The patient investor will. Uh, I just wish it was possible for us to get all the entries, at once and make sure that it happens as fast as possible. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't control the market. We can only navigate the market. It's like so. Yeah. CC Charles saying, "Hi Rob, greetings from Bolivia. I have a question. What do you think about the movement of XDC? Is going to be that hard as XRP? Is it going to be that hard as XRP?" CC Charlie, are you asking whether or not it's going to pump as hard as XRP? All I can say is, brother, I have a tiny bag of XDC. It's one of my 50 to 100x coins, along with many other altcoins. I believe that long term in the euphoria phase is one of those coins that has potential to do very well, but my bag is tiny. My expectations are that just like the rest of the holes out there, like 99% of them, there will always be a few exceptions to the rule, but 99% of them, they will pump in the euphoria phase. Once again, the holes that do pump, we don't know whether or not XCC will be one of them. That pumps hard. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it definitely has the potential, which is why it's one of the coins in our portfolio, along with many other coins. Because, like I keep saying, many coins in our portfolio will pump very well, some do okay, and there are coins in our portfolio they're going to go to zero and be absolute trash. It's something that you have to be aware of and accept and just live with. Dixinio saying, Rob, the other day you tweeted a conversation of guy who was talking about farm running, and you said many of us follow him. Blast them out, please. Who was that? I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to call them out, brother, because the whole point was not to I don't name drops because I don't need the drama. Yeah, I really don't need the drama to start proving some BS. It's just useless, right? And if I were to start doing that, I would probably have to start a whole career of people who do that, because I've probably by now got such messages from, like, I don't know, like in a rough estimate of 20 to 30 people with large followings, offering to basically pump coins together using our followers. So if I were to start calling people out, I would have a lot of big names come after me and try to destroy my reputation and twist the truth and all that. And I simply can't be bothered. The whole point of that tweet was for you to be cautious what you're looking out there, like what you're consuming. Please be cautious of that. Be wary. What I can say is this: if you're following a person, I will say this, not just for one person, many people out there. If you're following people on Twitter who have hundreds of thousands of followers and they're constantly shilling coins with tiny micro caps, and they keep doing it again and again and again, and then when you go into the comment sections, once you see that they're very often people who are very upset because they bought that shitcoin they were shilling and now it's down a lot, and basically you see that there's no answer and just people are getting blocked, you will know that this is one of the people that I'm referring to. It's very easy actually to find these people, and many of you interact with these people from what I see. So just be careful. That's all I'll say. Be careful. Bumping Uglies is saying, "Hi Rob, I'm at work. Jumped in to ask. I have to watch later tonight. What you look for in a good coin in its accumulation range? Are you just looking at past history performance?" Thank you, man. No, my friend. What I look for. I'll give you partial information because it is on Patreon. It's like paid information. The way I pick out my coins, like people know, but I'll mention some things. First of all, it has to be down a lot from the all-time high. It preferably has to be scarce. Tokenomics have to be good. The fractal has to look good. What I also do is I compare fractals of coins to the fractals of coins that have pumped hard in the past 2 cycles. And like I said, there's many other stuff that goes into it that I don't want to mention here, but these are just a few things. CC Charlie saying, "Do you think that we are going to see a fall as the one we see with XRP, 20 cents?" Do I think the SRP is going to go to 20 cents? CC Charlie, brother, respectfully, please take your time to write out your questions, because this is already a second question with typos that I don't quite understand. Thank you. I appreciate it. Kirsty, cheers. Zunio, Jordan's 4s or 5s if you had to choose only one? Good question, brother. Something I would have to think about. Something I would have to think about. It's it's like buying sneakers is a whole thing. You have to be careful. You can get carried away. It's just like I can't stop buying them, but I really have to stop, because I mean, one doesn't end. It's not like I want to go have a separate room with sneakers. That's a little extra. um, the man from Chicago was saying, "Don't forget to like this video. Rob is a real one." Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, the man from Chicago. It's good to see you here. All right, my friends, it's been 46 minutes, longer than usual. I tried to stick to 30 minutes. I'm gonna go have a dinner. Spend time with my family. Today is Friday, so I'm gonna have a beer and chill a little before I go back to charts and see what happens. I'll be writing a market update soon on Patreon, just to keep you guys updated on what's happening. So do not miss it. It's probably going to be out tomorrow once I finish with it. And once I finish analyzing all the coins. Other than that, please kind of put a like. And also, yeah, Patreon members, I'll catch you in the DMs. If you have questions, send me a DM. The rest of you who are not members, I'll catch you guys on Twitter. Thank you for joining. Bye bye.